In one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Lawrence. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turn.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. On play action, Lawrence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give, running right, Etienne. Room to run again. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 23 yards, the final tally. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Right there, Shenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes going to throw. Looking deep downfield. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And running with power here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. A handoff for Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. McCole Hardman to return it. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Josh Lambo on the field goal of 27 yards.
The kick by Lambo is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's a give to Etienne, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Jags grab it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence going for it all. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jags look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And my goodness, and now a fumble. The ball's out. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
ETN on the toss right. 144 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
Now Lawrence.
Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
On first and 10, it's ETN.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Now Lawrence. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end. And the Jags are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Second down and goal. Lawrence. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final try for Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.